welcome to this special episode of Tech at Work. I'm Shireen Bhan. Tech giant Apple all set to make crucial announcements on artificial intelligence later tonight at its annual Worldwide Developer Conference. The phone maker has dropped below Microsoft and NVIDIA in the pecking order and is hoping to catch up. Shibani joins us now with the details of what we can expect from Apple. Shibani, what's the buzz?
So, Apple will flag off the 2024 edition of the annual Worldwide Developers Conference tonight. And this is where the company will unveil the next generation of software for, let's say, iPhone, iPad, Mac, and more. And of course, Apple is likely to showcase the upcoming iOS 18, iPadOS 18, macOS 15, as well as the watchOS 11. But the primary highlight of the event this time round will be the new AI features. Let me tell you, for years, Apple has avoided using the acronym AI when talking about its products or services. Not anymore, because of late we have seen how every global tech event has been all about AI. In fact, at the recently held Computex where I was there, we saw how every chip maker out there is upping their AI game, whether it is NVIDIA, AMD or Intel. And over the past few months, Apple's biggest rivals have presented bold plans for AI, with Google showcasing its latest Gemini models, as well as Microsoft revealing the powerful Copilot features like Recall. So the pressure is on, and now it's Apple's time to step up. And stepping up could mean revamped Siri with ChatGPT-like conversational capabilities. It is also expected to supercharge some other first-party apps which are there on your iPhone, like your Notes, your Music, your voice memo, and more, with Gen AI capabilities. Now, depending on the device and the service, some are expected to use the neural processing unit, which is, NPU, which has become popular in the AI age, for an on-device AI experience, whereas some others are expected to rely on cloud-based interfacing. Now, according to some reports, Apple has also teamed up with OpenAI to provide AI experiences on the iPhones. Now, it is all speculation, and it is also speculated that only selected devices such as the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Pro series will receive a full range of AI features. For iPads or Macs, some devices with M1 or above or newer chip may benefit from the new AI features, which Apple may call Apple Intelligence, according to a few rumors. In fact, it is also said that this Cupertino giant might brand its AI features, as I mentioned, Apple Intelligence. There are certain rumors that suggest that Apple might take or make a few hardware announcements around this event, but the focus will be all on AI.
All right, Shibani, many thanks for joining us. That's Shibani Gharat there reporting on what we can expect from Apple. But from Apple to Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp. Meta has rolled out new features supported by artificial intelligence for WhatsApp business users. Ashmit spoke with Nikhila Srinivasan, the Vice President of Product Management at Meta, to find out more about the new AI offerings on WhatsApp. Take a look.
For Meta, business messaging is a really important and future pillar of our growth. And it's something we're really, really excited about and continue to invest in over the last few years. And especially for WhatsApp, we've shown up last year, for example, in India to host Conversations 2023. And this year we're in Brazil hosting Conversations 2024. This is our annual event where we showcase new launches and product offerings that we bring to businesses. It's also a great opportunity for us to connect to a more global audience in terms of talking about the progress to our strategy and our vision and our new launches, but also really be in a different market each time and meet with the local businesses here. I've had a great time in just the last 24 hours doing that. Last year in India was an excellent event as well, where we got to engage with several members across the business community, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to do this this year in Brazil and beyond.
Right, Nikhila, thanks a lot for that. But let's dive into some of these big announcements that we're expecting out of Conversations 2024. We're hearing things about integration of AI with WhatsApp business messaging. Tell us more about that. Tell us about these announcements.
Yes, so we're very excited about the power of AI to really turbocharge a lot of opportunities for businesses. And we're today announcing and bringing several of these features to businesses across the world using WhatsApp. First is we're creating tools that's going to help businesses use our AI systems to deliver better and right messages on WhatsApp to the right people. So if you think about it, up until now, businesses would typically message all of their customers who ask to receive updates on WhatsApp. With the new launch that we are making today, businesses can use the Ads Manager tool that they're familiar with that Meta offers, and really leverage the power of our AI systems to then deliver messages that we recommend to the right subset of recipients. And these are the customers who are most likely to be interested in the message that they are sending. And this comes from the initial list of people who've already wanted to hear from them and their subscribers. This is also going to help people, when you think about it, to receive only the most relevant messages from the businesses that they want to hear from. And we hear this is going to be really valuable for people. And we know it's also going to be valuable for businesses, because even businesses only want to reach people who are going to find it engaging and be able to actually read their message and really engage deeply with it. So that's the first launch that we're really excited about, what it can do for both businesses and for our users. The second is we're launching an ability for a business to activate AI in their chats with customers. And this AI is going to be able to act on the business's behalf and provide support and help the business sell their goods and services. It's going to help them improve, if you think about it, the quality and speed of the services that they provide, because the AI is going to be able to act and engage with the customers and answer the queries that they have. We're just starting on this, though. It's a very small number of businesses to begin with, and we're hoping to learn and bring it to even more businesses soon. And the third thing that we are launching is having an AI act as an assistant for users of the WhatsApp business app. So for those who are not familiar, the WhatsApp business app is a tool that we have that's built largely for small businesses who want to run their business on WhatsApp. And starting now, they'll be able to do things like when they go on that app and they create an ad that clicks to WhatsApp, the ad is going to show up on Facebook or Instagram. It'll have a click to WhatsApp call to action there. And then the customer can click on it and open a chat with this business. But for a small business, in order to be able to create this ad well and efficiently, this AI assistant is going to be in the WhatsApp business app, helping them to come up with better creatives, better text, and helping them just create better ads that show up on Facebook and Instagram. You can think of it as kind of, a personal agency almost that's built into the app. And they can also use this assistant to ask questions and get support of how to use the app better. So it's all really early, I will say, but it's moving quickly. We're just starting to test these with a small number of businesses, but we're very excited about its potential with both this assistant and the second launch that I mentioned. It's really about how we get this to work for people and for businesses, and we encourage businesses everywhere to start trying this out where it's available.
Right, Nikhila. Bang on the buck there as far as AI is concerned. For the last good 18 months, it's been the big trigger going forward. Gen AI, to be specific, we're looking at Gen AI creating code. We're talking about Gen AI coming out with visual output, with pictures, with videos. It's clearly the trend going forward. Tell us what this means as far as business messaging is concerned. I was reading about you previously. You've called it a pending revolution as far as business messaging is concerned. Tell us about what this impact, this revolution may look like going forward.
Yeah, so if you think about what the power of AI is and what it can help do for businesses, especially small businesses, but businesses of all sizes, it's really helping them to focus on saving time and resources so that they can put that time and invest those resources towards really running their business and continuing to expand it. And if I bring it back to the launches that we have actually been planning for and we're talking about now, that's exactly what it's helping businesses do, because yes, generative AI can also help you create better images and text, and we're leveraging that in the agent and the assistant that we are launching, but it can also help deliver better performance for you as a business. At the end of the day, no matter what the size of the business, what the business cares about is, am I able to get better results and get a stronger performance as a result of the tools that I'm using? And from a business messaging perspective, that's what I'm really excited about, is at the end of the day, we can use the power of generative AI to really transform and deliver better results using the AI systems we've built over the last 10 years at Meta. And what we are launching today and what we'll continue to invest in are really the next steps towards bringing that to life, and we'll test and learn as we go. But really, I think this has the ability to transform how business is done, especially in a messaging context, because it's going to turbocharge a lot of what is unique about messaging as a channel, right? Like what's really unique about messaging as a channel is it's one-on-one, it's persistent. Never before has a business had the ability to build a deep relationship with the customer right within a chat by having deep, engaged conversations with them. And now with AI, they can actually turbocharge this and do this at scale with even more customers about even more topics, and save even more time and resources. So it really turbocharges things that were really good and positive and beneficial about messaging as a medium for businesses already.
Nikhila, I'm afraid I'll have to bring in a concern there. This harks back to the WhatsApp privacy policy issue of 2021. And I'll point out why. When you talk of AI integration with WhatsApp, we read about how this will enable creation of advertisements that can be placed on Instagram, on Meta. We read about how this will remind the users about pending purchase decisions, about eligible discounts, thereby raising the question, just like it happened in 2021 privacy policy issue, that is the user data of WhatsApp being shared with related entities like Instagram and Meta. The reason I ask that is because not just me, a tech titan, a multi-billionaire has also raised this similar question. Will Cathcart chose to respond to that. How will you respond to these concerns?
So I'll emphasize what Will said, which is for WhatsApp, keeping users' messages private is really paramount. And we've been very transparent everywhere. For example, when a user is engaging with an AI, we're very transparent, and we actually showed that this is powered by Meta AI with the AI icon that we've all become familiar with now. And I'll emphasize that what's core to WhatsApp is your personal messages, especially with your friends and family, stay fully private. And we take that responsibility very seriously and will continue to. And when it comes to engaging with AI, we're providing utmost transparency to users when that's actually happening. And we're really leveraging the power of AI systems now to make sure that users are actually getting messages that are relevant to them. So the core of what we stand for in terms of WhatsApp being a great private messaging channel for you will always be the case.
Let me come in there with a supplementary question. We're not talking about WhatsApp having access to the messages that are exchanged between two entities or two persons. What I'm specifically asking you about is sharing of user data of WhatsApp users to related entities like Instagram and Meta.
I think we've been pretty transparent about that with prior privacy policy releases and the subsequent clarifications and things there. So that continues to be the case, that we keep your messages private, and your messages, especially with your friends and family, continue to stay private.
Great, Nikhila. Thanks a lot for that. Let's now bring the focus back to business messaging and back here as far as the Indian market is concerned. We're seeing 3 new launches, at least on Conversations 2024 that you've put out. Help us, give us some insight. What does this mean for your users here in India in terms of pricing? How much will you charge them? What does the pricing mechanism look like going forward?
Yeah, so for the offerings that we are launching today with AI, the AI, enabling the AI in the chat with you as a business, the starting point of that remains, as I mentioned, a click to WhatsApp ad. And what the business pays for is just that ad. You don't pay for anything else. So that hasn't actually changed. And with the other offering that we are launching, which is calling on the API, we will launch and announce the pricing model in subsequent months as we finalize that as well. There is no other new pricing updates that we have per se.
Right, Nikhila. Let's also now talk about the size of the opportunity that we're talking here. Give us a number, give us some perspective that when you talk of this Indian market, especially in context of business messaging, you have already 500 million active WhatsApp users. What does it look like for you? The size and the scale of this pie, this Indian pie, what does it look like for you for WhatsApp business messaging?
I think the number that I will say is really big. I think India has always been one of the most important markets for us, especially for business messaging. And that continues to be the case, especially in terms of the volume and the magnitude of how prevalent business messaging is, and how preferred of a method it is for people to want to communicate with businesses. And, the WhatsApp business community is already really huge. We have over 200 million businesses that use the WhatsApp business app, and a large portion of them come from India. So India especially represents a massive opportunity for us as I think about the future of what it means to build a really big business for business messaging.
Right, Nikhila, we're in the final moments of this conversation. Let me just bring in one key issue, one key concern, especially with respect to the Indian market. Anytime a conversation is had about business messaging and business communication, it is had in parallel with the conversation on unsolicited commercial communication or spam. There are concerns which are being raised, is that such AI-enabled conversations will lead to even more spamming of users. How would you respond to that?
I mean, a crux of what we want to do is actually maintain the sanctity of the user experience that people have on WhatsApp. WhatsApp's a very private place for you. It's where you're connecting with your friends, your family, your community. So we take that very, very seriously. An expectation that we have for businesses today is that they need to have your permission, and you needed to have told them that you want to be contacted by them before they're able to reach out to you. And the second thing that we do is in every conversation that a user has with the business, there's control for the user to be able to report or even block a business if they do not want to hear from them. And also the third thing that we are doing, especially now with the launches that we're making around AI, is continuing to give businesses an opportunity to reach people who are most relevant to them, and continuing to give people the opportunity to only connect with the types of businesses and the messages that are going to be relevant to them. So it's a multi-pronged approach, but ensuring that people get the most relevant businesses, hear from the most relevant businesses and get the most relevant messages is really important to us. But even from a business's perspective, if you think about it, they don't really want to spam users either, because that doesn't result in better business results for them if someone doesn't read their message or blocks them or reports. So we want to actually help businesses also continue to reach people that are most relevant for them with the right message at the right time.
Right, Nikhila, that brings me to my final question here. We're halfway through 2024. We're bang in the middle of the year. There are a lot of exciting announcements that you're putting out in Conversations 2024. Tell us what the second half looks like, specifically with respect to India. I know you didn't give us any numbers at the first try. I'm trying once more. Give us some perspective, some color on what the second half of 2024 looks like for you.
Absolutely. I think all of the things that we've talked about in this conversation and we are going to be launching, especially with AI, continue to be incredibly big areas of opportunity. And as I mentioned, in a lot of these, we're early in our journey. So we want to be able to really turbocharge and do more of that. I'm also very, very excited about how we can continue to leverage the power of our AI systems to increase the relevance of messages that are sent out. So the marketing messages with optimizations is something I'm really excited to get in the hands of more businesses as well. And the third thing that remains a priority and will be something we continue to invest in is we want to make WhatsApp a place where people and businesses can get business done right within a chat. And with that mandate, all of the launches that we're announcing today and the future ones that we want to think through will continue to expand, because we want to make the chat a really rich place where you can have meaningful interactions with businesses. So I'm really excited about what that means for us, both in terms of expanding the offerings that we're talking about today and the new ones that we can launch, especially leveraging the power of AI. So this year is going to be a year of scaling, testing, learning, and continuing to innovate towards our vision.
Right, Nikhila, I'd like to thank you for joining us, for being a part of this conversation. It's been an engaging couple of minutes here with you. We hope to continue this conversation. We hope to continue to learn more. Thanks once again for being a part of this conversation on CNBC TV 18.
Well, that's Meta and its plans with AI for WhatsApp Business. Up next, after this short break, more AI, this time from the TCS table, an exclusive conversation with the company's global head of cloud offerings. Up next. You're watching Tech at Work. IT major TCS has unveiled a new platform, WisdomNext. It's a platform that aggregates multiple Gen AI services into a single interface. And this will help IT companies and organizations rapidly adopt next-generation technologies at scale. Rajsant Dhanrajani takes us through what TCS has on offer.
Tata Consultancy Services has launched WisdomNext, an aggregation platform which is an industry first in generative AI. Joining me now to understand more about this platform is Nidhi Srivastav. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on CNBC TV 18. I'd like to start by asking if you could give us an overview of this new platform. Why are we calling it a Gen AI aggregation platform? What does it entail?
So it's great to be here. We are really happy to launch WisdomNext today. And the reason what makes WisdomNext really special is that clients are looking at ways to scale AI adoption. And to be able to do that, they have to make choices and decisions with respect to which area or which business process to prioritize for Gen AI infusion, which model to select, how to ensure that the data is well grounded to make sure that the model delivers the right results, and to be able to do all these things in a systemic way. We have come out with this platform which allows you to do the following things. First and foremost, it comes with industry blueprints. Leveraging the deep contextual knowledge that TCS has in the different industry verticals, we have built these blueprints which allow clients to choose key personas or key stakeholders for which they would like a Gen AI solution. So this is something that we call human-centric design. Now this gives a company a leg up. You don't have to start from scratch. So that's one critical element of what this platform is all about. The next critical thing that I'm going to talk about is data. Data is what fuels AI, and this platform allows you to build data pipelines by looking at your data sources, doing pre-processing, labeling, tagging, etc. And that really speeds up the journey. The third one is the responsible AI guardrail framework that comes with it. And last but not the least, cost. So it comes in with a very proactive stance to FinOps. So you can set thresholds by user, by roles in terms of how you go about consuming the compute power, because AI is very compute intensive. So that's another great thing as organizations begin to scale the journey from pilots and POCs to production.
TCS's Gen AI platform, the WisdomNext, will be a part of the newly formed AI cloud unit of the company. It has been launched after being developed for close to 3 quarters. And in its initial phase, the company has already made it available for many of its largest customers.
Building of these Gen AI solution is an art form today. It requires an engineer to make several decisions. First of all, which use cases to pick. Should you use Gen AI models, not use Gen AI model? If you do decide to use Gen AI, which foundational models to use? Should you actually fine-tune the model? Which fine-tuning technique to use, and so on and so forth. So there's a whole collection of decisions that have to be made. And those decisions are actually almost changing on a daily basis because newer and newer options are becoming available, newer and newer techniques are getting developed, and so on. So the need for a platform like WisdomNext came from the fact that how do you make sure that the learnings that we are getting from implementing these kinds of solutions in many different industries as well as customers, how do we actually imbibe that learning into almost like a digital platform that can help every engineer as well as every customer of ours that is building a solution in this space to actually benefit from the collective learning from our experiences.
Well, with that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of Tech at Work. Stay tuned to CNBC TV 18. The news continues right after this short break.